15-year-old has made a pretty nice career out of babysitting. And the other day she had her first infant as a client. And when the baby started crying and stuff, you know, who do they bring it to? Me. I still haven't lost my touch, man. I put that kid to sleep in about 10 minutes. It was great. But my youngest kid had a great observation. She said, Dad, how is it, you know, that smell that babies have, you know? They all have that same smell. It's just, it smells really clean. I said, yeah. I said, you used to smell like that. Did I really? I said, yeah. I said, I even used to smell like that when I was like 2 months old. And you know, we all smell like that, you know, and we grow up and we go through changes and we kind of lose a little of that scent, you know, from one year to the next. And then I know us boys, you know, by the time we hit 14, we're looking for cologne, you know, and then life kind of takes us through different changes and kind of tears us apart. You know, we're not so perfect and clean and good smelling as we were when we were 2 months old, you know, and then we find Christ and we get saved and he takes us and he puts us back together and sews our arms and legs and heads back on straight, you know. And what do you got? You got your ragamuffin. Yeah, I'm a ragamuffin. I mean, we're all ragamuffins. You know, we've all been saved by the grace of God and been put back together, and you know, in the way and in the form that God always planned for us and always intended us to be. And I've done, I had done almost 3 tours with Rich Mullins as a ragamuffin, and Rich obviously had an eye for ragamuffins because we're the perfect bunch. I mean, we all have been like torn apart and put back together, and we all got our stories, you know, some of them worse than others, but our stories no less, you know. And I'm just so grateful to have been a part of that and to still be a part of it, actually. You know, and Rich always wanted us to go out and do our own thing, and he was always pushing us. He would take you and, you know, he'd suggest things for you to do that you never thought of doing for yourself. And he said, yeah, you can do that. You know, I want you guys to do this and this and this and this. It's like, really? You know, I can't do that. And he said, yeah, you will. And he wanted this band to do its own records and to write songs for the Jesus record. And the last time I saw Rich was last year here at Cornerstone, you know, and I walked up to him and got a hug, and he said, well, do you have your 2 songs ready for the record yet? And I went, yeah, I got a song. And he said, well, I got this great song, you gotta come hear it, you know. And so we all run into the room, and he plays this song for us on the guitar, and then I realized I didn't have a song. He wasn't about to hear that thing I thought I'd written. Yeah. But you know, that was his plan, you know. He wanted us to come to this record. You know, he didn't even want to sing on it. And we said, no, man, you gotta sing on it, because you gotta make these crappy songs that I'm writing sound good, you know? So, as God would have it in his plan for things, we ended up playing the whole record and singing on the record. I mean, and you know, I know Rich is really getting a big laugh out of this one, you know, because things are working out just like he was kind of pushing them and directing them. And we've always talked about, since his passing, well, what are we going to do with this thing? Is this the end of it, or, you know, should we continue? And, you know, will every gig be like a tribute, you know? Should we just let it go and let that be it? And we've decided that since we are a band of ragamuffins and we actually get support from each other when we're around each other, that we're going to try to continue this thing, you know, even after this. I'm glad you approve. That's great. So hopefully we'll see you out there somewhere later this year. And on behalf of Rich Mullins and the Ragamuffin Band, I'd like to thank you all for your support over the years, for your prayers during the good times and the very hard emotional times. And we pray and wish the best for you all too. And just remember, we're all ragamuffins, and we'll try to represent you out there, you know, musically, and hopefully God's grace and the love of Christ will make our hearts pure and our intentions pure, and that will show through to make this band of ragamuffins seem like maybe Barbies. No. But we're just hoping that things can go well, and we just thank you again for your support and for your interest. And now I would like to introduce to you friends of mine, the Kid Brothers, with Mr. Mitch McVickers.
Tremble beneath the rumbling of the buffalo hooves, and there's fury in the pheasant's wings. Yeah, there's fury in that pheasant's wings. Tells me the Lord is in his temple, and there is still a faith that can make the mountains move, and a love that can make the heavens ring. I've seen love make heaven ring. When the sacred rivers flow beneath the shadow of the keeper of the place, I feel the thunder in the sky. I see the sky about to rain, and with the prairies I am calling out your name. In the place where morning gathers, you can look sometimes forever till you see what time may never know, what time may never know. How the Lord takes by its corners this old world, shakes us forward and shakes us free, to run wild with this hope. Yeah, let's run wild with this hope. Oh, this thirst will not last long, but it will soon drown in a song not sung in vain. I feel the thunder in the sky, I see the sky about to rain, and with the prairies I am calling out your name. I know this thirst will not last long, it will soon drown in a song not sung in vain. And I feel the thunder in the sky, I see the sky about to rain, with the prairies I am calling out your name, calling out your name, calling out your name.